Hello everybody. MJ, the great MJ from MJ Inspire, has asked me to answer 3 simple yet pretty challenging questions. So the first one I'm going to take on board is, what is the best career advice I have received? So, setting out to become a chef, one of the few things I learned and then I was told by a very senior chef once is, when you want to become somebody big and famous and good and solid in your work, remember 3-4 very simple things. A, keep your mouth shut. Open it only when you have clever, intelligent questions to ask. Keep your ears and eyes open. Be prepared to do any task in this industry. Do not let your supervisor down by thinking that you are only going to do the task you are actually setting out to do. That will come later, but be prepared. Do any task, especially during now this very challenging post-COVID period. Remember, after COVID, things will change. Less people will have greater jobs and you will be asked to do any task by your supervisors. Please do not refuse. That will be your biggest building block. Okay, I did not. I learned it the hard way. And today it has paid me in very good stead. So that's point number 1. Very good advice for your career. Learn, listen, look, but do not think that you are clever enough to say, I know it all. You will never learn anything. The next question, networking. Okay, after a certain amount of time, you do get into lots of networking. You are invited to events, you go for breakfast briefings, you go for afternoon briefings, you sit in conferences. People make a beeline for you as well if they think that, you are somebody who is going to give them a lot of money or business or be good for them in their professions or whatever else. But one of the few things I have learned, and this has taught me a very big lesson, is the people you presume will do good for you may not necessarily be the right people. Sometimes the quiet person sitting in a corner wanting to make a friend or waiting to listen to somebody else turns out to be just the perfect person. Okay? And I have achieved a lot from that because there is something there that you can actually communicate with. There is somebody there who you can actually build a relationship with. There's somebody there who can actually be very good for your business. You never know. So networking, remember, always the people who are the fanciest will keep moving on because they have so much to do. It's the person who is there that may be important. If you find their name and what they do, yes, it makes a difference. If you don't, just go out there and meet people. You never know who you're going to meet. You make some amazing friends just by being warm, being friendly, and just being that person who goes out of his or her way to say, hello, friend, here I am. What can we have a little discussion or a chat? What do you do? Where am I from? Where are you from? Etc. etc. So that's another one. Then favorite views. I always love views facing the sea. Pristine, quiet. Sometimes I love sitting in a fishing village when you hear the gulls going pam, pam, pam at the back and the boats coming in slowly and going out. It's unbelievable just to watch fishermen unload their catch, take it back out. But then I'm a chef. I also love mountain views. I love mountain views. They just are the most breathtaking, giving you so much in life. So nature amazes me. But then there are views that everybody likes. People love views. One of the other things that is favorite book. I don't have a favorite book. I have a favorite cookbook. I have a few favorite cookbooks which I refer to very regularly. I'm not a big book reader because in my life, time is very, very short, unfortunately. If I pick up a book, it takes me 6 months to get over. So I read my favorite magazine of all time, the National Geographic. I love it. I love nature. I love animals. I love nature of all sorts. National Geographic gives me such a wide bandwidth of knowledge. It gives me amazing knowledge. It takes me from far corners of the world into the present, tells me about what's going on in the world, tells me about the issues of the world, the challenges the world is facing. But at the same time, the knowledge I get from the National Geographic is just simply unbelievable. And that's what I live on. I thrive on the National Geographic. I have subscribed to it. I subscribe to their newsletter every day. I get a few minutes every day just to catch up on a few bits and pieces of some good information. And that keeps me going, okay? Then, best lockdown tip. What can be the best lockdown tip? For me, I would never sit still. Okay, so this has been a very big challenge for me. But then the days have just flown past. 3 months have gone almost, and I don't know where they've gone. So I've been doing lots of recipes. I've been preparing for my new book. Can't say which one it is going to be, but I've done lots of recipes. I had so many notes written down on so many scraps of paper. I've managed to go through half of them. There is still piles on my desk. I mean, I can show you there, all these piles, and there are drawerfuls and drawerfuls sitting there. You know, papers with all things scribbled on it for me down below there. And that's one by one I will start tackling. I've got a bag full of stuff here next to me with some recipes I have jotted down that I have to now formalize and put them into print. So lots of things one can do. But one of the biggest things you can do is help somebody. If you can help somebody who is less fortunate than you are, you